It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Bridgewater now. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Number 1.
From 8 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Mullen. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. 65, 65, 65. 70 ranges, 70 ranges. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Mullen going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Watch the air. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Cut that team. Cut that team.
From the gun, Mullen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Looking to throw. Mullen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down. Mullen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches at the Niners' 28-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Well, these two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the number 1 seed. On first down, Mullen eluding the pressure right. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a first and 10 from the 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 70 Lions. Alert 3.
Back to throw. Mullen to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5. At the 49ers' 5-yard line.
Broncos running back. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Mullen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. On the crossing route, complete. It's Robertson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to number
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Joe Mixon, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robertson. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Mixon on the toss right. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 24. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and inches.
To throw is Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Bridgewater on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
On 1st and 10, Mullen. And he'll find Hall. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
To number 15.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
After the made field goal, Lamar back out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
A final shot before break. Mullen, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, Mullen, flushed out right. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down. Mullen got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Off play action. Mullen going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Chase McLaughlin lining up.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Bridgewater on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, 49ers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Robertson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. On play action, it's Bridgewater. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave...
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Niners 31, Seahawks 17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They go play action. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Operating from the gun, Mullen. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mullen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Winds up and lets it. And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete to number 9.
Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 38, Seahawks 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 63 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Right there. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Mullen, flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Mullen eluding the pressure right. And now another one thrown incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
San Francisco.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
On 1st and 10, Mullen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw on 2nd down. Mullen, he's going to look deep down and got his man complete. 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Chase McLaughlin lining up for the point after.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mullen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot to the top of the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Ain't here like I ain't that savage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Mullen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually...
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw on second down. Mullen, he's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 52, Seahawks 27.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mullen, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Throwing again. Mullen. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the gun, Mullen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Good. Makes the score Niners 52.
It would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
1 yard gain.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
41-yard line.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 59, Seahawks 34.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now...
and that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Good. Makes the score Niners 59, Seahawks 41.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Bridgewater now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is taken in at the 5. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Bridgewater here to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tonight's final score, Niners 59.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati.